And we're live.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well today. I'm gonna be pretty mellow. I've had a very long 2 weeks.
You had a busy
We can recap
time.
it today. But first, Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Came back from Scotland.
I've just came back from my family holiday in Scotland. It was a great time. We got cousins up there. Got to catch up with all the cousins. Climbed a Monroe, which is basically one of the big mountains in Scotland. Which was I got terribly sunburned on the way back down. It was just a quaint little time. We were literally in the middle of nowhere, visiting these little villages and Scottish towns where it's got everything they need there, at least anyway. You got your bookshops, you got your sweet shops, you got at least one good pub that everyone goes to. You got your antiques and literally everything there. So very quaint. Weather was great. We had hot weather all the way through. There's a heat wave going around Britain in general anyway. So
Ooh.
Yeah. So we've been feeling the heat, and it was just a good old time. Went too quick, felt like, really, but it tends to be that way when you have a good time. So yeah, good time. How are you though doing, Gary? You doing all right? You covered?
I'm very sleepy. It seems like we're just kind of winding down on things I've been doing. So I have a couple of things, and obviously the big one is we were at MomoCon, which was a lot of fun. Hey, K-Master. Hey, Edmund Garcia. How you guys doing? Yeah, we had a really good time. We got there, and as we were landing, they were like, "This is the worst rainfall in Atlanta in years," and I was like, "Oh no." And then somebody tweeted a picture of inside the con, and there was like a leak or something, and that kind of freaked me out. But they resolved it. The one thing I'm gonna say outright, before I even get into everything, MomoCon staff is the best. Oh my gosh,
cool.
These guys were on top of everything all weekend. I had quick replies. We were next to Pan Pizza at our booth, and Pan texted me like a couple hours before. He's like, "Oh, there's like a leak above your booth," and I don't know why I made Pan sound like that.
That's what he sounds like, right?
Yeah, sure. And I was like, "Oh no!" He's like, "Yeah, I just told the staff, and they fixed it immediately."
Oh wow!
Immediately they fixed it. So that was really cool. We got there and we set up everything, and we just to kind of give you the brief version of it, we just kind of met fans and sold stuff. We made new fans and sold them stuff, and we did panels, and people came out to the panels, and that was a lot of fun. I felt kind of like out of place in the bigger panel room because we're not a really big operation, but regardless, there were like 40 people or 45 people there watching Starstruck, which was really cool. Think about that, like probably there were a lot of people off to the side, which was interesting. A lot of people don't like sitting right in the middle, I guess. But no, that was really fun. Like I had a really good time overall, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. I have a really fun story to tell. Regarding a voice actress. Yeah. So the only panel I went to while the show floor was open, because I really wanted to stay by the booth and everything. The only one I went to was Kari Wahlgren had a panel. I'm a big fan of her voice acting. She plays Haruko in FLCL, and she also she's Psycho in Dandadan, and the grandma.
Nice.
And who else? She's in a bunch of stuff. She's in Gravity Falls. She plays the reporter in Gravity Falls. Not Toby Determined. She plays the real reporter in Gravity Falls. And then she's also on Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. She's in it. I think she's in Wolf's Rain too. But yeah, no, she's a very well-known voice actress, and she's fantastic. I love all her stuff. She had a Q&A portion, and I had interviewed Kari like maybe 12 years ago at this point. Maybe a little further back, maybe like 13, like 2013 or something. And I mentioned that, and she was like, "Oh yeah." And then she's in a cover band. I guess not even a cover band. It's a musical. It's more than a cover band. I would say it's like a recontextualization of a lot of songs by this one hair metal band called Slaughter from the 90s or like late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And I liked this band in high school, not even earlier, maybe like junior high, because they did a song for Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And I mentioned that song. I was like, Kari, when are you gonna cover that song? And she like flipped out. She was like, I'm just like, I've been kind of trying to figure out like how I want to do it and like how I want to do the song structure and everything. She's like, that's so crazy that you mentioned that one song because I've been working on it for a while. I was like, that's awesome. I love that song. I felt like that should have been a hit. That was like a good fun. Like I'm not even like super into hair metal, but I mean like that's a great song.
Oh, nice.
And they were like my one kind of like hair metal band. I was like, Slaughter rules. And then so she's in a band called Slot Her. So it's like an all-female kind of like recontextualization band, I guess.
Nice.
And I had known some of their stuff, and I thought it was really cool, so I mentioned it and everything. And then as we're talking, just in the middle of it, she's like, you know what? You get a free shirt. And I was like, awesome, cool. So I went down to her booth to get the shirt and everything, and I gave her a Harper keychain from Starstruck, because I was like, well, you're giving me a free thing, I should give you a free thing. And I was telling her about Starstruck and everything, and she seemed kind of like on, oh right, she's in Lucky Star, and she's in Fishhooks. That's correct. That's right.
Oh my goodness, cool.
She plays Kagami in Lucky Star.
Which color
like
head?
Which one is Kagami again? It's been I was not a big Lucky Star guy, so you're gonna have to give me a second, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
she's got the purple hair. Purple.
Gotcha.
She's like the prissy one. She's kind of like, the.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh wow, that's so cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she was also Chelsea in Fishhooks. I forgot about that. She was like the girl character in Fishhooks. I forgot about that. She was really funny in Fishhooks. I remember like she was always like the one reason I would always watch. I was like, she just had really good voice reads.
Oh, great.
But no, she's been in a ton of stuff. She's a great actress. But yeah, like I remember her from as Haruko, which is like first and foremost, which is crazy because like that was her first ever, I think, voice role in general. Definitely her first anime. But like she really came and was just like, I am this character, and I was like, yeah, you certainly are. Like, because I mean, I've watched the Japanese dub of FLCL, but like I associate her with like Haruko first and foremost.
Yeah.
So no, she's great.
Great.
She's also in Chobits. Oh, I'm looking at her resume right now because she's just in so much. American Dragon Jake Long. Oh, she's Charmcaster on Ben 10. I forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then also, she's in a bunch of different stuff. She was Emma Frost in X-Men. She was in Legion of Superheroes. I remember that too. Because like I was standing at the booth with her, and I didn't want to take up too much of her time because she had like a line. And I was just like, oh, but you were also in this. You were also in this. You were also. I was being such a nerd. But she was so kind, and she said she wanted to see Starstruck when it came out. It was just really, it was like a nice.
Oh,
it was like
so cool.
It was a very nice exchange, and like like it's. I don't think I've ever had like a bad exchange at a con. Like I've never met like a voice actor or anything like that was rude to me.
No.
But Kari specifically was like just so enthusiastic and so fun, and it was just a lot of fun to hang out with her for like
that's
10
great.
minutes.
Sick.
It was cool.
Nice.
And then there were a bunch of, I mean, the real, I think, showstoppers were Digital Circus and Knights of Guinevere. Like those were the two really big things there that weekend. Sadly, did not get to see Dana. I got access to the guest room, and I was hoping to run into somebody, but sadly, no. I didn't really. I mean, maybe I probably did run into somebody cool. I just didn't know who they were.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was just getting food. It's like that. We definitely took advantage of the free food, which is great. They had free buy, which is like my favorite drink.
Oh, nice.
Low calorie fruit drink, which I love. They had cherry, which is my favorite.
Nice.
And then they had chips and stuff like that. So it was really
cool. I didn't know. Yeah, this is news to me. I didn't know like what kind of perks comes with like because I thought like I mean, based upon what I hear from other experiences, is like you get the table and you just like
just hang out,
hang at the table, for the most part.
No, they as a guest, because I was doing panels and everything, they let us kind of just let us into the guest room and everything, and that was really cool. It was a lot of fun, honestly. I had a really good time overall. Like it was it was a little hectic because a lot of running upstairs.
Yeah.
So we got our steps in for sure. A lot of the escalators were kind of going down. They wanted people to go down, and if you wanted to go up, you had to walk upstairs or find an escalator that went upstairs, and that was always kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
But that has to do more with the with just the layout of the convention center in general. But they want to just make sure traffic is kind of going well as because it was so many people. I think it was like 100,000 people.
Nice. Wow.
So we got people to come up to the booth and everything, and they were kind of enamored by the CRT, which was cool.
Nice.
We played the old Failing Upward promos on there that are definitely from 1999 and not made by me. But no, like it was just a good time, and in the middle of it, I went to on Saturday. I was so sad. I was there for like an hour and a half on Saturday. We had to go to a wedding in Alabama, which was only a 45-minute flight. But that was like a whole thing, and it was fun. We had a great time. It was my friend Tanya, who's in all the credits of all the Failing Upwards as a script consultant, because she kind of helped me like flesh out some of the scripts and everything. So that was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a really, really good time. And then we came back, and then we did Sunday, and then we kind of I had a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't make the panel because I had to leave early." I don't blame them for leaving early, because we left at like I think 4:30, and my god, getting out of MomoCon, getting an Uber to go to the airport, which is only 10 minutes away, by the way.
Right.
I think we spent like 25 minutes trying to get there. And we were worried that we weren't going to make the plane, and but our Uber driver was the best, and he just started running red lights, which was awesome, like crazy taxi style, which is really cool. Don't do this, please, by the way. I'm just stating that what this guy did for us was cool. I'm not endorsing it, but he got us to the airport, which was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was really sweet, and he was a really cool guy, and I tipped him really well. And then we got to the airport. We were right on time. So I checked my bag, and then we go through the what's it called? The TSA security check, and I completely forget that I had put a box of pins in my backpack. So they had to check my bag again, and I was like, "It's just pins, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And yeah, that was about it. No, sorry, it wasn't. That's not it. And so then we go. So I don't know if you know about Atlanta Airport, Jack, but it is so big that you need a subway train to traverse it.
Wow.
So we get on the train, and we're like, okay, we're gonna make it. We're gonna be fine. And then on the third stop, the train just stops. Like completely stops. Like the lights are out and everything. So we had to get out of the train, and then we had to walk an additional 15 minutes to the terminal. And thank God we got there. I think we got there as they started boarding us. So like we got very lucky.
Okay.
But then we came home, and we were exhausted. Yeah, so that and I should say like the panels themselves went really well. We did a Failing Upward panel, and that was really cool. Toonerific Tariq showed up, as well as some other really cool cartoon YouTubers.
Cool.
Man of 1,000 Thoughts was there. Hats Off Media was there. Yeah, just a bunch of really cool people. Sold Official, who's been doing a lot of really cool short form indie animation content stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, that was all cool to see them. And then the Starstruck one was cool too. Like, we showed off Starstruck.
Yeah.
We showed off Ahmad's game trailer for Devil Chaser. We showed off some more Failing Upward stuff. A wonderful promo made by Marcus Atomic, who I need to catch up with. And yeah, no, it was just a lot of fun. Like, you know, it was cool doing those panels. No, JC should strangle Cody. Sorry. That's just the way it is. But yeah, no, we had a really good time.
I mean, I should give context actually for what I'm drawing here. This is what probably would happen if the Failing Upward characters had an actual panel. And,
is JC dressed in something specific, or is she just dressed in her normal clothes?
I mean, I was just gonna go with normal clothes. You wanted to wear like
okay, that's
specific?
fine. Okay, I was just like, those are her shoulders. I thought she was wearing like a blazer or something. That's fine.
No, yeah, it's just like a short shirt. It's just
yeah,
you know,
gotcha.
just yeah. Just really going for the good jugular coat.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun, and people really seemed to like Starstruck, and Failing Upward. And that made me really happy. Like, I'm glad that people kind of connected with them.
Nice.
So we came back, and for like, thank God we came back on Memorial Day, because we were just both exhausted. We're like, we're just gonna sleep all day. And we did. And then that was, you know, it was about it for MomoCon. And then, you know, we did another Starstruck screening on Friday at NT Animation at Timeout Tea Club in North Hollywood. A wonderful store that you should go check out. They're a boba shop out in North Hollywood, and they're delicious. And the owner is a very big fan of cartoons. So
nice.
I forgot my Failing Upward and Starstruck prints. And she's like, "Oh, you should have brought those, because I would have framed them and put them in the on the counter." So I'm gonna have to go back this week and sometime drop them off. So there was that, and yeah, people really seemed to like Starstruck. We had, you know, and I should also credit Dom Farah for really coming through and getting an amazing first pass on the sound effects. Jack, I don't know if I've showed you the sound effects version yet.
You have
the full one.
Yes. No, actually, I think it was like half.
I'm gonna
complete.
have to. You know, let me link you right now. Not that you watch it right now, but.
Okay.
I'm gonna link you to it right now. Give me 1 second.
But I mean, it sounded like. I mean, honestly, it just adds so much. I mean, you showed me obviously the first version with just the music and the VO, and it's like it's like, you know, it's already like. It's like almost. It almost feels like it's halfway there on top of the animatic visuals and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
I'm just really looking forward. I mean, 'cause I think my two favorite parts was. Gosh, can I say? Don't
say anything yet. Don't say anything yet.
I'll say it's the intro, how it kind of starts. I got a good laugh out of that.
Okay, so the scene in the cold open, yeah.
The cold open, and just the really cool. I want to say. The
action scene. We'll say
the
that.
action scene. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting the words in my mouth. Yes, those two scenes in general, I think, were just really fun, and I cannot wait to see them like properly animated. But already with like the music and, you know, the sound, well, I'm guessing you'll show me the sound effects full version later on anyway. You know, it already looks so good anyway, guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to actually see it in person. Well, if you have seen it in person, you were there at MomoCon and at the bubble tea shop showcase, then yeah, you know, you obviously already know. But for those who haven't, Nelly, you're in for a treat.
Yes.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, I should also say that, you know, we were not the only ones at the at NT Animation. There were also some other really cool cartoons, including the Outcats, which is a really fun little kind of almost. I got like a big like Animaniacs 90s vibe from it, which was really cool.
Nice.
Kind of about that three cats hanging out in like alleys and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And then there was one. Oh yeah, the creator of High Guardian Spice was there, and he has a new cartoon called Dino. It's like Baby Dinos, I think is what it's called. And it was really cute. It's just kind of like, you know, short form, kind of like, you know, shorts about cute little baby dinosaurs, and it's adorable. The Silly Dino Show is what it's called, not Baby Dinos. Silly Dino Show. And it's just really cute. There's a really cute short where it's like, you know, he animated all of them kind of like grooving out to the Sonic special stage music, which is really fun. And then they show like behind the scenes of it where they're kind of just like filming it on a green screen, which is cute. No, it was just a lot of fun, and he's just a really nice guy, and like that was fun to see. And there were a couple other ones. It was thrown by my my friend Jack Cusimano, who does Broats, which is kind of like it's a really fun show about bro goats, and I highly recommend it. He's doing cool stuff with it. He's really fleshing out their world and having fun with it.
Nice.
And yeah, no, just a good time overall. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, and then the kind of cool thing that happened last night. I went to go see Tom Kenny sing, which was really fun.
Okay.
Tom Kenny and the High Seas. He had more energy than I will ever have. At 10:30 at night.
What does he do? What does he like? I mean, what does he sing about?
He sings kind of like classic soul and R&B and rock, like from the 60s and 50s, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
And it's a lot of fun. He kind of comes out there like a preacher, and he's bringing rock to you. So it's a lot of fun. And he'll break into SpongeBob every now and then, but I was just there for the music. Not that I don't want to hear Tom do SpongeBob, but I wanted to hear him sing. And it was cool seeing people in SpongeBob cosplay.
Nice.
And yeah, no, it was a good time. We had a really, really good time.
I mean, that's. I mean, I've noticed that because I guess obviously it's not a surprise when sometimes. Because I remember there was a lot of like voice actors and do these kind of things where they make a show.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of them have like side, kind of things as singers, which is makes sense, like because of course they work with their voice.
But it was what the one I noticed was like Hank Azaria is doing like a Bruce Springsteen tribute band?
Really?
That's what I've heard. He's doing something. Maybe chat has to like confirm for that for me.
He is, yes, the Easy Street Band.
Yeah, which is quite. But it's a little bit random for me. I didn't expect that, but I mean, hey, if he sounds
good for Hank.
Good for Hank, yeah.
Yeah, no, just a really crazy kind of 2 weeks. I'm ready to kind of wind down a little bit for sure. But yeah, just a lot of fun, and I certainly didn't put anything else on YouTube this week. That didn't happen.
Oh,
we were just too busy. We didn't upload any new videos this week.
Oh, that's right.
So if you do see something, I didn't put it up.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think. No. I think I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know that definitely because obviously I
mean, you guys didn't see anything, right? Like you guys didn't see anything on the channel. You didn't see any like weird out of character videos. Something that we wouldn't typically do. You didn't see anything, did you? I hope you didn't.
Crazy.
That wouldn't be good.
I mean, it would have been just as crazy if it did show like also at the MomoCon. Upcoming.
Yeah. I could have sworn that maybe something played at MomoCon that I wasn't aware of. But if it did, it did. But I didn't see anything.
Yes, I'd say don't.
I think I caught wind of something maybe. Like
yeah.
So I don't know anything about any out of character, off-brand like videos that you may have seen.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jack, you're clearing your throat a lot. And,
yeah. No,
kind of make me anxious.
No. Don't. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah. Sorry, it's in my throat.
I should tell you guys. I mean, like getting off that topic because that's not really interesting. Getting off that topic. I did mention this earlier on, but Pan Pizza was our neighbor at MomoCon. And it was fun. It was cool getting to hang out with Pan for a bit. The creator of Bunker City was there too, which is a fun little comic about a sheep girl. which is a lot of fun. She also did. She's known as Video Junk, which is really cool. Yeah, no, that was fun to hang out with them and talk to both of them and kind of get to know them and everything. It was a really fun, chill weekend overall.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just gonna cough.
Oh, sure, no worries.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Well, yeah. Well, I was going to say as well, because like, based upon what else because I mean you mentioned anyway about like what other panels you got to see and what other people
we
you met.
A couple. We saw a couple. We went to I went to the Kari Walgren one.
Yeah.
We saw a really fun panel on obscure 90s anime, some of which I knew, but a lot of which I had not known of. I didn't realize they had like their own Kablam in the 90s, which was kind of cool. It's not Kablam wholesale, but it's like their version of Kablam basically.
Oh, okay. Dang, you got me like really
like a variety show, an animated variety show, and the Kablam would not do some of the stuff they did on that, but but it was just a lot of fun to just intake and watch, and then a lot of the cartoon YouTubers did a panel about like the evolution of creator-driven cartoons, which was really cool. And then did I do anything? We went to a cosplay panel, which was fun. Kind of about like social media and promoting yourself for cosplay, which was interesting. It's not a world I know a whole lot about. So that was kind of fun to get some insight on. And then we watched some stand-up comedy. By that point, we were just exhausted. I think we got through like 3 acts, and we were just like, okay, we're tired.
Okay.
But overall, we had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say, did you buy anything? Did you personally get anything from the?
I didn't buy anything, but give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a lie. I did buy some stickers from Video Junk.
Oh, cool.
So that was fun. And then my girlfriend Janelle got me a plush from them. So of Sheep Girl. So
cool.
That was cool too. What else? And then my girlfriend also got me a shirt of it was just a funny shirt that I thought was like so clever. It was like for a pizza like a non-existent pizza place called I have to go get the shirt now. Hang on. It says Sorcillian Pizza, which is funny because I'm Sicilian. That's my heritage, so that's awesome. Nice. But then it has a number on it, and I noticed it wasn't a 555, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a 212. That's New York City. And when you call it, it takes you to the Natural History Museum.
Cool. Wow.
So it's like, yeah, it's like a dinosaur shirt. I thought that was really funny.
Nice.
And cute. So she's like, I got that for you. I was like, awesome, cool. I bought some stickers from Video Junk, and then she got me the plush. But yeah, I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't want to spend money for some reason. This wasn't in that kind of mindset. Yeah. And yes, this would totally happen, by the way, guys. JC would totally strangle Cody. This is canon.
I just wonder what did Cody say? What would Cody say to, like, have this happen,
He brought up that one time. He brought up just like the stupid story that she's just sick of hearing. She's like, if I have to hear you talk about how I tripped and fell on my face during one scene, again, like, I'm sick of it. She just snapped. She had to issue an apology after this.
For some reason,
yeah,
fair enough. I'm gonna have like some. For some reason, I'm picturing like Mark maybe next to Cody.
But like Sabrina trying to like pretend that nothing's happening.
Well, I feel like Piper would probably be like continuing talking, like maybe
Yeah, sure.
chases
Yeah,
it,
absolutely. And then
Mark would just
Sabrina
be looking
would be
over.
sitting there nervously.
Yeah. Well, Mark would probably be like sensible. He'd be for some reason be wearing glasses. Like, you know how like some actors like they'll be like really in the role, and then when they're just you know, and like offset, you know, they're composed, they're wearing glasses, and you know, he looks almost proper, you know, something like that. You know, you wouldn't even think that, you know, that Mark is that, you know, just for some reason, Mark, I really transform into this different character and stuff like that. You know, he's like the Gary Oldman failing upward if he was an actor. I don't know. We'll see. Let's draw him anyway. We'll go over anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
What else have you been up to, Jack? And that's kind of my last 2 weeks, pretty much.
Man,
you talked about Scotland a bit.
Yes.
Have you watched anything? Have you listened to anything?
Oh my goodness, I have. Yeah. I have actually. We watched 2 films while we were there. I finally got around to watching Mickey 17.
Oh, okay.
I'll be transparent. I've not been fully familiar with the work of
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho. I still haven't seen Parasite yet, which I know.
Have you seen The Host?
I haven't seen The Host either. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very much, you know. But I mean, but as a director, I definitely was, you know, but seeing as, you know, he's seen as a director, I definitely respect his craft. He seems to be very much, just does whatever he likes to do in terms of his genres and stuff like that. In fact, I'm very excited about his upcoming, like he's doing an animated movie next, I think, you know. So it's like I'm very curious upon like how, you know, his approach to that is in general, and you know, and. You know, it seems like he just like he likes to like.
Who's he doing it with again?
Good question. Who is he doing it with?
Let's see. Is it done? No. Hang on.
It's
it's just him. He's the writing and directing it. Okay, it's just him.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And Jason Yu is the co-writer. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is this it? Hang on.
Ally.
Yes, it is. This is it. Yeah, Ally. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got Ayo Edebiri, who I like. She's cool. Bradley Cooper, Dave Bautista, Finn Wolfhard, Rachel House, and Werner Herzog. Okay. Interesting cast. You know it's got to be interesting if Herzog is in it.
Well, I'm wondering who the studio is.
The studio is CJ Entertainments. And then
okay.
Barunson CNC. I don't know either of those places.
No, that's definitely something that yeah. I mean,
it's maybe like a startup. Maybe they're kind of just bringing people in on their own thing. But I guarantee you, no, I don't think that would. It's either going to be like Annapurna releasing it or G Kids, one of the two, probably.
Okay.
I would imagine one of those two.
But yeah, I mean, well, yeah. Anyway, I definitely it's on my to-do list along with 50 other films I still need to watch, just to check out his work. But like, you know, as a director and like himself as a filmmaker, I definitely respect his work and his craft and just how genuine he is in terms of like film. You know, he's the kind of guy who just loves film for the sake of film. You know, he's like almost like your. You know, you're like your mind Scorsese and stuff like that, where it's all about the craft and
sure,
and just finding. You know, he seems that kind of character anyway. You know, while still having fun. You know.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does. Like, I want to see kind of what he comes up with.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen director. Oh my God, there's a really loud helicopter over me. Okay. We've seen other directors jump into animation, and it's turned out pretty cool. Obviously, Wes Anderson is one of those people. Fantastic Mr. Fox is like one of the best animated movies of all time. So I'm sure he will make really well. You know, sometimes I forget the guys who did Dumb and Dumber did an animated movie. They did Osmosis Jones. I forget about that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very. It's a movie. Certainly is a movie.
I prefer the TV show, funny enough.
Ozzy and Drix.
Ozzy and Drix. Remember watching that.
Yeah. I remember they reused footage of Drix in the from the movie in the intro, and I was like, that's not the show. That's the movie. Yeah. There were a lot of animated adaptations of movies back then. There was, because I remember at the same time as Ozzy and Drix, they also had a show based off of The Mummy.
Yeah, I
which
like that one.
people seem to forget, but that existed.
Mm.
They could not get Brendan Fraser back, unfortunately.
No, it was it was almost like it was quite a it's like some kind of like weird
alt universe.
Yeah, because there was the,
it was more based on The Mummy 2 from what I remember, The Mummy Returns or whatever.
Right.
Because they had a kid.
Yes.
Yes, because we need kids. Because there's no way a kid would watch a show about yucky adults. Come on.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Which has always baffled me because you're coming out of the era of like Spider-Man and X-Men and Batman, and it's just like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to be completely fair, X-Men had Jubilee. It was the entry-level character, but it was mostly focused on like the adults. Jubilee really didn't get a whole lot of play in that show. She just got captured a lot, which stinks because Jubilee rules, and they kind of made her like kind of a decoy basically, which always annoyed me. But she had cool moments too. I just like anyway. That's my Jubilee rant.
But it's probably
better.
It's probably why I prefer the the evolution, the X-Men evolution, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I mean, that was more my era though. I didn't grow up with the '97.
That was my era too.
Oh, was it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, I watched the original for sure, but I was very young when the original came out. So, like, I watched the reruns. Well, no, that's not true. I don't remember. I was 3 when the first episode came out of the original. By the time it was over, I was, like, 8.
Oh, okay.
So, I definitely watched it, because I had toys of it. The X-Men, I gotta say this. X-Men toys were weird, because, like, they were never specifically attached to the animated series. They were always attached to like the brand in general.
Oh right, okay.
Evolution had a toy line because I had a ton of toys from that. I had, who did I have from Evolution? I had Toad for sure. I thought Toad had a cool costume in that. And then I had, did I have Nightcrawler? I might have had Nightcrawler. I can't remember. But I remember they had a weird line where it was like these kind of like big G.I. Joe Evolution figures.
Oh, interesting.
Like, you remember the original G.I. Joe figures? Not the tiny ones, but like the big ones that were like before the cartoon.
Sure, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, basically,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had those, and you could change outfits on them. So you could go. They made them for like, okay, Cyclops, Wolverine. That makes sense, right? They made one for Toad, which I thought was so weird. So I definitely had like Cyclops and Toad from that line.
Interesting.
But no, I don't know. I just really liked Toad back then. I thought it was a cool idea for a character, and they treated him like garbage.
He was in the movies though as well.
The number
right?
one Toad defender. So yeah, that was fun.
I mean, he was in the movies, right? Toad was in the
movie, played by Ray Park, who I hope is doing better because he's been struggling for a little while, but he's Darth Maul. So.
Oh wow. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah. And then who else was there? There was. I'm losing my mind here, but yeah, no. Kind of getting back to my point. It's just like, I always thought it was weird that kids couldn't get studios thought kids couldn't get on board with like a show about adults. Because once again, G.I. Joe, show about adults, and like it was fine. We were A-okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I prefer the Fensler film G.I. Joe dubs. I don't know if you do know what I'm talking about, Jack.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, those are. Those are art.
Get off my lawn! What the fuck are you kids doing on my lawn? Whoa! Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I can tie it into something that just happened yesterday. But the Fensler film, I remember learning about those, like, at, hang on one second. Stop by. Hang on one second.
Yeah,
I'm
no
just
worries.
gonna go mute for a second, sorry.
No worries. Something just very funny, just seeing Mark just be proper and just like he's got his shoulders down here, being like, yes, okay. Like in a blazer. I was going to say yes. So the two films that I did see, anyway. We'll get back to Mickey 17 in a minute. But I mean, there was Mickey 17, and it was also Project Hail Mary. I will say, in general, I love both. I think I like Project Hail Mary a bit more than Mickey 17. Mostly, I mean, with Phil Lord and Chris Murr, from what I understood, it was like their first time in a long time that they directed a film again. Because I don't know when the last time they directed it was, like the Lego Movie, maybe. I might have to check that. But like you could tell that they're all over this film in terms of like their fingerprints, and their style, and that it was just a really fun watch. I'll elaborate more on Project Hail Mary though as soon as I talk back to. As soon as Guy gets back to you, I'll talk more about that. But then Mickey 17. I might need to make this. Let me rub this off first. Move this out.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Very good.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Cartoons?
We're talking about Mickey 17.
Mickey 17, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay.
Well, I also mentioned to chat like what the other film I saw was.
What was the other film?
Well, I'll tell you after Mickey 17. They know, but
okay, fine, fair. Which I have seen.
I think you have seen the other film I watched. Wait, but you saw Mickey 17?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I liked it. I mean, I think I did read some buzz about it being like it wasn't quite. I don't know. I think people. I don't know what people.
I mean,
expected.
It's following Parasite, so that's like.
Yeah.
I think the bar is impossibly high.
No, I know. Yeah, I don't think it was very fair to like people to like follow that up anyway. I mean, it's an adaptation of the book as well, and Parasite wasn't, as far as I believe anyway. But it was a different kind of like film, and I think in general I was just like, I mean, the book itself, I don't know if you've read the book or, from what I got from my sister, who was, well, rather my dad, I think, because this is currently reading it. My dad finished it. Apparently, it is a bit different in the book than it is to the film, and I don't know if it's just because they changed up the third act a bit differently.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think for me it was just like, I think I still had a fun time with it because I think content. I mean, I really Patrick. Is it Patrick? Sorry, Robert. Sorry, Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, yes.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson really just carries the film in general. He's just.
He gets to play like 2 different characters, so like.
Yeah. Which is really well done, by the way. I really, again, you don't really. I registered after watching the film. I was realized being like, actually, the split screen work in that was actually really pretty well done, especially when he was like talking to himself, kind of thing. So, but yeah, honestly, he carries the film, and I think it's such a. I didn't actually really know where it was going, in terms of like the story and stuff like that. Because I knew obviously it was. He was the previous Mickey was not killed off, and then, obviously now we have 2 Mickeys, and then one's a bit more aggressive compared to the other one, and just like how it, like their relationship and stuff like that, and then how it all escalates in terms of like I mean that was great. I mean I think the only thing that was I think the third act was quite I guess it gets quite. I don't know what I can describe it really, because for such a, there's definitely a, I want to say like a, it gets a bit like I want to say cliche, but at the same time it's hitting those kind of like beats of like where, clearly the villains are, and I know Mark Ruffalo and
Tony Collette? That's not Tony Collette, is it? Hang on.
No, it is Tony Collette. Yeah. Tony Collette and Mark Ruffalo. I know that they're loving being the bad guys and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I did wonder if it was getting a bit too cartoony, maybe a bit too much in terms of that, and then like how it kind of like, wraps up in terms. It kind of, for me, it kind of felt it wrapped up quite quickly, and then there was like also that weird the scene before he presses. I don't want to do any spoilers anyway. I'll be vague. I'll say that before he presses the button, that weird scene beforehand.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, so there was little.
Did you think something else was gonna happen when he pressed the button?
I mean, I didn't know where it was going. I mean, I can understand where it was coming from upon like why he, because he was talking about a nightmare that he's had, and there's just like references to the button, stuff like that. I feel like that could have been like expanded a bit more, just a bit more. There was parts of it that just felt a bit odd in terms of like delivery, and but I think in general, I think I still had a really good fun time with it, because you get to like I think the character of Mickey in general, both Mickeys, they're quite. There's a fun dynamic between like the aggro and the more timid one, and
mild and habanero.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much. It's pretty much in that kind of like the basis of those characters and stuff like that. Which I mean, I those kind of dynamics. It's just be fun in general. So
I saw like my least favorite criticism of this movie was that it was too over the top and it was too like wacky. And I'm like, you're the same people that will defend like Starship Troopers to like the death, and it's like it's the same kind of satire when you think about it.
Right.
And I don't know. I felt like it kind of got unfairly thrown. Like, I saw like a really bad faith post about like, oh, we need more Project Hail Marys and less Mickey 17s, and I'm like. Both of them can coexist. This shouldn't be an issue. Like,
yeah,
it just seemed very silly to me that they were like kind of at odds with each other. It's like different flavors of sci-fi can exist. I don't understand what the issue is here. But I had a lot of fun with it too. I thought it was really funny. I thought it actually had a pretty big heart for a movie that was so satirical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I was kind of most surprised by. I was like very taken aback by how everything kind of came to a close, and I was just like, I walked into this movie expecting to feel kind of like garbage when I stepped out, but I didn't. I kind of had like a renewed faith in things. Maybe we will make the right choices in the end, and it's like I felt really good about that. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna have a much more cynical ending, basically.
Sure. Yeah. But I feel like and then I'm thinking based upon Junho's work. I mean, I don't know actually. Can he go cynical? Can be based upon his previous films that I haven't seen.
I mean, yeah, I think cynical or just dark. He does kind of have that. I wouldn't say a mean streak, but like he's not afraid to end the movie like a little on a darker note. I would say. So there is that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But for this, I was like, oh, I am pleasantly surprised at how this turned out. And maybe after Parasite, people were expecting to be a little darker. So there's that. And I know Starship Troopers is another one that kind of ends on like the very like. I don't. Have you seen Starship Troopers, Jack?
Oh, you know what? I needed to watch it again because I feel like I naively I was like I didn't get it. I was just like this is like so.
Well, I mean the way it ends, where they have that moment where they're all kind of cornering the last bug.
Yeah.
And Neil Patrick Harris dressed in full, Third Reich garb,
yes,
goes up to him and he's the psychic. He puts his hand on its head and is like, it's scared. And you're thinking like, oh wow, they're gonna have that moment where they realize they're not that different. And he goes, it's scared, and everyone starts cheering, and it's like, oh no, it's horrid fascism, and like just it leaves you, when you really know what it's about, it really leaves you with like a bad taste in your mouth. And
Sure.
Oh boy. When you're a kid, you're like, oh, they're cool, they're shooting the bugs, and you get older, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was bad guys.
I was definitely like too young and probably just went over my head when I was like watching it.
I think before he even his movies tend to kind of do that with you, where it's like you watch RoboCop, you're like, oh, it's cool, he's a robot cop. And then you watch it as an adult, you're like, is this like a Jesus allegory? Like it's literally walked on water in it. So like it's interesting. And of course it's just a satire of just modern corporate BS. So that's something, I guess. But so Mickey 17, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I'll definitely check out obviously his other films and stuff like that. Still need to see Parasite. But yeah, I think for what I did.
What's this other movie you saw?
Well, funny enough, you just mentioned it earlier. I finally got to watch Project Hail Mary as well.
Okay, which I have not seen.
Ooh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. Well, I can't spoil too much then. But,
what did you think? I mean, I heard it's a very uplifting movie.
Yes. It absolutely is.
It's a feel-good movie.
It is. It's very much. It helps to have like obviously it's Phil Lord and Chris Miller are all over. The fingerprints are all over this. I think I learned mostly that. Well, I learned foremost that this is the first film that they directed since I want to say the Lego Movie.
Wow.
So it's the first time in a long while that they've directed a film.
And before that, I think it was like Cloudy, right?
Cloudy was definitely their first, and then I don't know if it was like 21 Jump Street after that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot. 21 Jump Street movies are in there too.
Yeah. So, what a resume, honestly. They're such a wild.
For real. Jeez.
Yeah. But I mean, foremost, this is all. This film is all over with their fingerprints in terms of like the stylings and their humor and the visual beats and stuff like that. And it's in a good way because of just like how much of a in the same way as like how Mickey 17 had an uplifting sort of feeling to it, especially towards the end. This film has a very much it's a very uplifting film in terms of like also how because you know, I mean, if you know the plot, obviously the Earth is apparently dying due to the fact that there are, from what I remember, there was a lot of science talk in it, and I even with like, you know, I kind of like was trying to like follow it in terms of like my sister's watching with me, and she was just like, I got it, but I kind of didn't, you know. It's like, you know, she didn't quite fully follow through in terms of like what was happening in terms of the science, but the basic gist is that, you know, the Earth is dying due to the fact that the sun is dying because of there's a certain
kind of like that movie Sunshine.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. Because there's some kind of source that's like, I think, you know, using the sun to extract its rays, making it die and stuff like that. So a bunch of scientists like they're trying to like figure out, and they've basically there's a scientist who works as a middle school science teacher. His name's Grace, who like. You know, basically the government comes up to them. I think what's the name of the character? Sandra. I can't remember her character, but Sandra Huller's character, basically, who's from the government, asked him to help out with this because he made a theory, like a research long ago, that basically proves this sort of like.
Sandra Huller.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, that's her. Yeah. Basically, that helps prove the theory that what's happening with the, you know, the radiation, something, and the Grace want to get involved, and there's a lot of like flashbacks and flash forwards, so you know and it's also done in a way that's not too striking. Jarring in terms of like, you know, back and forth. I think what the smartest thing I think about it is that because of like. Grace is in space during this time, and I think because, you know, the way, obviously, zero gravity, and, you know, depending on where he is, you know, the rotation and stuff like that, when it goes to the flashbacks, the camera almost like eases you in by panning it down to like a certain angle. So like we cut to like maybe Grace is upside down or at a certain angle upside down, and then it cuts to the flashback, which is also at a certain angle, but then it like eases you in by, you know, panning it, or like, you know, turn the camera in a way that's like, you know, you know that, oh, this is the flashback, you know, you know, obviously because it's, you know, he's on Earth, but then again it's like, you know, it eases you in without making it too, you know, snappy and stuff like that. So but yeah, basically well, I mean, you know, you can see it from the trailers. If you've seen the trailer, you know, Grace, despite not wanting to do it, he's on board. He's on board the ship. I don't want to say too much because there's a lot that they obviously show in the trailer, but at the same time they don't explain too much. But basically, he's you know, several thousand light years away now from Earth, and you know, he makes basically contact with another alien who is experiencing the same problems from their planet. And so they are gonna Rocky, yeah. Which Rocky, like OP, like it's like the best character. You will love him by the end of this film. And the cool thing about it as well, he's puppeted. You know, I think there's some moments obviously where it's obviously CGI and stuff like that. But for the most part, he's a puppet. You know, and really well, like really cool, and you know, despite having no face, he's got like, you know, the mannerisms and personality just comes off him really well. Really funny, and it just and the puppeteer also voices him as well.
That's cool.
You know, because they're trying to like translate to each other and stuff like that, and eventually Grace finds out a way to like help translate Rocky's dialogue. Like with
and you can't hear it through a computer, basically.
Yeah, it's recorded in text to speech, and Rocky does it in a way, like speaks in a way that's like quite funny and stuff. So yeah, it's really well done. Just great characters in general. I mean, Grace is great. Was a great character in general because of like how I think we sometimes get these kind of characters in like these sci-fi, you know, like we're just like you guys, we're on the crew, we're on, you know, and stuff like that, you know. I think, you know, he wants, but I mean, the thing about Grace is that he never wanted to take part in the mission in the first place. So he's just like trying to figure out things on this spacecraft that he's I won't say why, but he's alone on. So he's like trying to figure out things along the way and stuff like that. So and it's a way of just like, what's this? What does that do? And but unfortunately, because he's a scientist, he is he's writing things down. And he's like almost talking to himself as well.
Sure.
In a way that but it's I mean, Ryan Gosling in a way, he's just again just a great he's a dude again.
Likable,
likable. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but like, I don't want to, anyway, they're just, it's about Rocky and Grace's characters just trying to figure out like why this is happening, and then, it's about them discovering why, and it's just a great this journey that they go on together, because it is kind of a journey, they're trying to figure it all out and stuff like that. It's really fun and appealing, and the relationship between the two characters of Rocky and Grace is the dynamics really good and funny, and I think all I will say is just that I understood like because I thought to myself, wow, I was surprised like how well it went down at the box office in terms of just like the popularity, and I was just like, wow, okay. I mean, I had no doubt it was going to be a good time, but like really this much. And then when I finally saw it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. This is definitely
an all-around feel-good movie. That
it is, man.
Right now.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, again, it's like a very optimistic kind of film for like the future of of like mankind, kind of thing, where it's like it's like, oh man, I really hope this is the kind of thing that we work towards in the future in terms of like how we can act in terms of like a world-threatening danger kind of thing. You kind of hope for that anyway. So honestly, it was like performances were great all around. Just feel good plot. When the stakes were high, they were like, so and visually, it was visually quite. Soundtrack's great as well. Soundtrack's really cool. It's almost like
the composer.
The composer was Daniel Pemberton, who
okay.
Well, he's worked on the Spider-Verse films.
Okay, got it. Yes. Because when we were doing Starstruck, I remember my composer, Michael Drew, he was like, oh, I want to kind of play with ideas from like Spider-Verse, like in our score, and there is specifically one section I can think of that definitely leans into that really heavy. So that was really fun to kind of like hear him pull that. But I remember, just to kind of like an off-topic thing, then we'll get back to Project Hail Mary. One of the things, like, is a little behind-the-scenes thing. One of the things that Michael kind of brought into it, and we were kind of talking like, what do we want the kind of gist to be? And it was we said specifically it was Brad Barrick, who did Gravity Falls, and then as well as I said, but it should also be like Nigel Godric's thing for Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. So I mean, again, I've seen the pilot. I was like, obviously, the thing I definitely noticed was just like how like dynamic the music response to the especially the action scene in particular. That was like really like, oh man, this actually works super well. And
totally.
So
totally. Yeah. Anyway, back to Project Hail Mary. Overall good.
Yes. Yeah, overall good. I mean, it's just the soundtrack itself is like it has like this nice kind of like, I don't know what it kind of describe it as, but it has this texture as well. It's very like fuzzy texture that feels works towards it, and it definitely like I mean, at first I thought it was just like, is the sound off? But like, no, that's the actual how it sounds. But like, it works well towards the film, stuff like that. And in general, it's just a really well-rounded, fun movie. I definitely I'm definitely was from what I saw from trailers and stuff like that, I was worried of being like, will this hit the same way as like their other films and stuff like that? But then fortunately, it does. It really, really does. So I kind of recommend it.
Well, first of all, I have to see it because Squirrel Girl is in it. Milana Vaintrub is in it. So like I mean, I love Squirrel Girl, so I need to see it for her.
Nice.
I think first of all, I think it's crazy that she's been playing Squirrel Girl since
its creation?
Before Rivals.
Oh wow.
But I think it was I don't remember what specifically kicked her off for Squirrel Girl. I can't remember, but she's been playing for over like a decade now.
Wow.
So there's that. And yeah, I think that's really cool. So yeah, I definitely have to see it for her. But no, it just looked like a fun movie too. It looked like just a good time.
Mhm.
I there's a bunch of movies I need to go see. I need to go see Obsession, even though the ending was spoiled for me, but I still want to go see it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Obsession, and then I need to see I Love I think I Love Boosters is the one that came out from Boots Riley, the guy who did Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have I heard of that film? Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry, I read the post. Yeah. Okay. As soon as I recognized the poster, yeah.
And it's called I Love Boosters. It's about people who steal from high-end stores and sell things back for cheap. And then what else was there? I think that was the Project Hail Mary was on there as well. I feel like there was another one, but those two specifically I need to go see. I might go see I Love Boosters this week.
Nice.
Yeah, maybe I'll check out Obsession when it hits video. I really wanted to see it in theaters, and then it was literally just me scrolling through Instagram, and somebody's like, "So let's talk about the ending of Obsession." And then before I could even do anything, they didn't even say it was Obsession. It took me like one context clue to realize what they were talking about, which is even like worse in my opinion.
Yeah.
Where it's like this character did. I'm like, wait a minute, I know that character name because of the trailer, I think. And I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And from what I heard, I'm like, I don't even know if that makes sense with the context. I didn't didn't really put things together. So no, it just looked like a good Twilight Zone-esque movie, and I really wanted to see that. The two actors looked really, really good in it, so I wanted to go see that. So I'll check it out eventually. I'm not in a rush to see it anymore. But yeah, what else was there? I think that was about it. I didn't really watch stuff on the plane. I think I watched the Powerpuff Girls movie on the plane because that was on there for some reason.
Oh, sweet.
I'm assuming it's because Tom Kane has recently passed, and they probably put it on there, just for people to see. And he's so good in that movie as the professor, and I think he probably has some other smaller voice roles in there. But man, the shading in that movie is like next level. Like it's so. Everything looks so good. Like even shots that are kind of innocuous, they put so much effort into. There's a shot where you've seen the Powerpuff Girls movie, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
There's a shot where all three of them are sitting in the classroom after they've destroyed it, I think, and like all the construction's going on. And there's just like a beam of light on their table as they're sitting there. It's just like, why? It's like you didn't have to go that hard, guys, but you did. And then of course, there's the whole confrontation with the Gangrene Gang, where Ace stands up, and it's like the most like luscious, beautiful animation you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's great too. And it just leaves you with like I felt myself getting slightly emotional at stuff that wasn't even emotional, because I'm just like, I remember watching this and really loving it, and just like it's so good. But no, that was good. And then I watched, I rewatched for the first time, maybe like, maybe like 15 years, like Office Space,
wow.
Which is, yeah. Never gets old. It's ahead of it, still very timely. Can't take that away from it.
Well, I wonder, because like, with a film like that, it's very much. Does that type of office still exist nowadays? I wonder.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I think it does.
You think it does? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Ron Livingston is so. I gotta say, the MVP of that movie is Diedrich Bader, who plays the next door neighbor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. I mean, like over here, he was at the time specifically famous for the Drew Carey Show. He was on that. But he's been Batman in Batman Brave and the Bold, and but he's also Rex Kwon Do. And that ties into last night, actually, when I went to go see Tom Kenny.
Cool.
In the middle of it, like in the middle of his set, Tom is like, "Oh, we have a special guest. I hope I hope he brought his harmonicas." And I was like, oh, is it gonna be like John Popper from Blues Traveler, that dude who just like wore harmonicas everywhere? I'm like, that I could see that. And it's like, you voted for him. It's Efren Ramirez from the Napoleon Dynamite. It's Pedro came up.
Whoa.
And yeah, and Pedro started playing harmonica next to Tom Kenny, and he was really good.
Nice. Whoa.
But no, yeah. Efren Ramirez seems like a cool guy, because that is the second time we've seen him at a concert in LA where he just showed up on stage. He is like a national treasure in LA, apparently. People just want him on stage, and he always seems really cool. We saw him at I want to say he got on stage with A Flock of Seagulls when we went to go see them out here.
Wow.
Yeah, which is surreal. It's either them or Men Without Hats, one of the two. I'm pretty sure it was Flock of Seagulls.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, he showed up. So yeah, no, I was saying Dietrich Bader, Rex Kwando. It's a really underrated comic guy. He's also the voice of Tank and Surf's Up, which is one of the best scenes ever, where he's talking about his trophies. No, I just remember him like, why isn't this guy like bigger? It always bummed me out that he never really got bigger than he was. But I guess he's just like a really good character actor to show up as like in like smaller roles. But yeah, I didn't really watch anything new. I'm kind of behind on going to the movies. I need to go to the movies maybe this week and see either I Love Boosters or Obsession, one of the two. But
well, you've been busy. It's understandable. It's. I guess it's I guess it depends on like how much is your watch log. You need like how much is your need to watch list, and you have to like figure out like what is probably the most high in priority. Yeah.
Totally.
So go from there.
Yeah. What else is going on? What's going on right now? I mean, I don't want to. There was something I wanted to talk about, but then I was kind of we were having this really fun, lighthearted conversation. I was like, I don't want to actually talk about that. So there is something that's going on right now that I'm sure we're all aware of, and it's the big animation thing right now. And just know that Jack and I both agree that what happened initially was awful, and we're glad that maybe it's been rectified, even though I don't necessarily know if it has been. I think I've seen posts that indicate otherwise. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I've changed my mind.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fair. That's all right. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a shout out to everyone, and I know they've also made a statement saying,
yes,
about the scenario, and well, we'll see going forward how it.
There was just another thing where they reposted somebody, and it was like, oh, I think the person said it's so much easier to attack one person when like the thing is like there's something bigger going on. I'm just like, oh, that person made a choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just know that if you want to know what side Jack and I are on, we are very, just saying it, very anti-AI. We'll say that.
Right. Yeah.
You guys don't need to worry about us ever using. I'm gonna say this, maybe just spinning it into a larger conversation about AI itself.
Sure.
I just don't think there's an excuse at this point if you're jumping on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
Because these companies are so desperate to pump out this AI stuff now, but it's very clear that they can't get actual animators who are of value on board with it. So that's why it was so shocking when this whole thing happened, because it was like, oh, it seemed like most people that we love and cherish in this community are just like, no. And like, I'm hoping it stays that way. I was watching Jim Israel doing his podcast, or not a podcast, his weekly kind of movie recap show, and this was on there, and he kind of had this ominous like, yeah, I mean, that dude's not going to be the last one, like, and the next one might hurt even more.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh god, I hope not. But yeah, I mean, like, all we can do is kind of push back, and it seems to have worked in this scenario. It wasn't my intention to kind of like, or anybody's intention to make this dude feel bad about himself, but like, Anyway, the larger conversation about AI, I just don't think there's an excuse at this point. I feel like 4-5 years ago, when this was really 2022, right, is when it kind of really started, like, people found Dall-E, right? Like, so everybody was kind of laughing at Dall-E for a bit, you know, we're like, haha, I can't do anything, it's stupid, like, can't do all this stuff. And gotta be honest, I still don't think it can. I think what it puts out is garbage. And it looks awful. And I would argue it looks worse now because it's just become more uncanny and gross looking. I think back when it started, at least it was just like scribbles, I guess, and it was funnier to look at. Now it's just depressing. You know, but there was that brief period, like 1 to 3 months in, where everyone was like, haha, this is so stupid, let's laugh at it. And then the news started coming out. It's like, hey, it does all this horrible stuff to the environment. It's going to displace people. And immediately, like, it turned from, haha, Will Smith spaghetti video to, oh, God. Like, what are we going to do? And I remember that turning point for me. Like, when I started seeing that stuff come out about it, I was like, oh, man. Like, this is going to be awful, like, on all levels. But, yeah, I just feel like your gateway to find it interesting or funny was like maybe a month. And after that, like, the information was out there, and like people know what this does, and people know it's awful. And it's just like, you know, I think I'd be much more forgiving to a person who maybe early on thought it was kind of interesting, but then learned about it. It was like, oh, it's awful and terrible. Than somebody coming in 4 years later after being staunchly AI and, you know, like saying, oh, like now I am AI, pro AI or whatever. And it's just like, oh man, the power of money, unfortunately. It's rough. But yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to worry about anything AI being used in any way back productions. I would never. And you know, it's not funny anymore, and it's not a joke anymore, and it's just like, I don't think even using ironically is tasteful at this point. Just like, don't do it. Don't use AI. It's not cool. It's not funny. You're not proving a point by comparing your drawings to what AI can do. Please stop that as well. You're feeding the machine more stuff. Stop it. And yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, it's not just artists, and it's writers too. It's voice actors. You know, we're all kind of in the same boat here, and we all need to kind of push forward and not get on board with this trash. And it's working, guys. I'm telling you right now. You may feel like a little hopeless. It's working. Look at all of these graduation speakers being booed. I'm sure you've seen that, right, Jack?
I have seen. I've seen the one that went viral recently about the guy like reading something. I think he's a fashion designer or something like that. He was reading off something that was programmed by AI. He rips it up, saying like, you know, because obviously it sounded like something you heard before, and it's like it's AI, and it's like, we don't need this, and then the whole crowd was wild.
Yeah, no, it's trash. And like I said, it's just like, there's just no. I think it was like, what was it like? I want AI to wash my dishes and do my laundry. I don't want it to, you know, replace me. I don't want to replace my contributions to society. That's how we build society, where you know, humans, and we interact, and we work on things ourselves. I was thinking back to the what's it called, the Y2K thing, right? Like how everyone was like horrified of what computers were going to do, and it's like, we need to maybe be a little less reliant on computers, and you know, and I understand like what happened with Y2K was like it was a human error technically, right? It was a human error because we didn't program for spaces or something, something like that. But you know, we weren't gonna sit down and let computers, you know, run that. It's like, oh, the computer will fix it. We would have never said that back then. And it's like, no, we got a team of people on it, and they fixed it, and it was fine, and thank God, right? So, like, we are invaluable as humans. We know how to fix our own mistakes as well as computer mistakes.
I mean, I was gonna say, my dad worked back in the 90s, or, you know, late early 2000s. He worked in databases and stuff like that, computers, early on and stuff like that, and he didn't even bat an eye upon the whole little deal. I mean, it realized I should have probably asked him about it. 'Cause, like, I want to like how his approach, how he felt about it. But I think the general consensus was that he wasn't too afraid on it because it just seemed like it's like it's not gonna while it understandably it sounds it in theory it's not gonna be too of an effect upon the whole world and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You literally just it's almost the equivalent of literally just like you have to change your watch because the clocks went backwards or something like that. You just have to turn the dial back or something like that. But the problem was so easy to fix and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I just like honestly like and kind of going back to what I had said about like have it do my laundry. I'm like or have doing this like the data centers, dude. Like that it would take to run this stuff are just
so
not
much
worth
money.
it. Like not even worth these smaller things that people think would be practical for AI. Like it's hard to get on board with it whatsoever. Like, at least like I don't know. I part of me loves the idea that we can have like easier things done for us, and that has been part of human evolution.
Yeah, of course.
We have made a lot of things easier for ourselves, but it's usually through human ingenuity and not relying on sitting back and relying on something that takes up our resources.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to turn this into an entire environmental spiel. You guys know how horrible these data centers are. We actually almost had one move into a town over from us.
Oof.
And they were going to try to do it covertly, and then somebody found out, and somebody went to like the public and was like, "Hey, do you know this thing is going to move in here? And it's going to be really loud, and it's going to make your water brown." And everybody immediately went over to town hall. I think it was hundreds of people went over to town hall.
Oh, cool.
Were like,
right. Wow.
Like just blown out of town hall. They were out on the street. They they didn't even care if they were going to get to speak. They just wanted to show up. And they just said, no, we don't want this. This is disgusting. Why are you doing this to us? And they backed down, and we have not heard from this company since. And it's great. And I got to tell you, this is not AI related, but I've worked in a server room before, and I got to say, it's awful. Like, everything about it is terrible. Mind you, this was not AI, but this was a server room where we were storing data for film and television, just to it's basically for editing. Basically, you'd upload something to our server. You put it in the memory bank, and then you'd send it over to the editor. It's just transfer footage, basically, so you didn't have to like FedEx stuff. It was like quick transfer. No gen stuff. I mean, it has nothing to do with generative AI. It's just literally just transferring data, basically. But I'm gonna be honest. I would never do that again. Even though there was nothing inherently wrong with what we were doing. It's just the idea of these server rooms is just awful. Like, it's so many resources and so much electrical energy and all this stuff. Like, it's just terrible. It was awful. It was data transfer. If you've ever worked in film and television, you've probably done it. It's if you've ever worked DIT specifically, you've done it. And it was just, I remember just sitting outside the data room, and I had late nights, and it was just, you hear like all day. And I don't know if you can imagine what that would be like living in an area where you could just hear that by walking outside.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, this was in a building in the city where, and this is just everyday stuff that's being, technically what it should be, these data centers should be used for. But even then, man, I really don't jive with it.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
But we don't want data centers. We don't want any of this stuff. Don't support AI, please. It's awful on all levels.
That's right. Well, that's
the sugar-coated version of it, without getting into the hairiness of kind of seeing a favorite fall. But that's all I gotta say about that. What else has been going on in the world of animation? Certainly something has to have been going on?
Well, I mean, I wanted to personally ask, because I mean, I feel like we obviously you talked about the upcoming sneak peeks we had. We had you talked about Starstruck in terms of like the in progress animatic that you showed there for the first time as well. But I was wondering if you can elaborate a bit more about Ahmed's video game, because
Devil Chaser, which is kind of like it's a one-on-one arcade style battle game.
Right.
Where you play as these characters that have warped into kind of like demons and devils, and they have cartoon guns and bats, and you're just beating the crap out of each other. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of a throwback to old, like I said, like arcadey type games from the early 2000s and late 90s. I got like a big PlayStation vibe from it.
Okay.
Is it? We'll probably be putting up the trailer soon. So,
okay, I was going to say, because I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I was wondering if it's going to come out eventually,
it's going to. You can wishlist it right now on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you post that in the? Oh,
yeah. Let me do that.
Yeah. See some previews, and if there's images on there, yeah. Remind me to do that as well. Is it a bit like I think of like the Dreamcast stuff as well. Like, is it like a bit like Power Stone? That sort of like where it's like in a is it because you say 1-to-1? It's like in the 3D environment where
yes,
the characters
you'll
are
see.
fighting.
I'll post it to you as well, Jack, so you can.
Oh yeah, please do. Yeah. I haven't seen anything about it. Yeah.
I'm posting it right now. And by the way, as we sit here, Miranda, our background artist, has uploaded some backgrounds. Did you see that, Jack?
Oh, where on the?
Yeah, in the Discord server.
Oh, I did not see. Let me see. Ooh,
they're so moody, so moody. That JC is really funny. We need to find a. I know this is just Wes's animatic, but we need to find a way to like.
Yeah.
Get this energy in here.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, hang on. I've even put that on there. That shouldn't come. Yeah, it shouldn't appear, should it? No, it should be only voice. No, okay. Phew. Okay. No, yeah. Yeah, it's so moody. I mean, well, dang it, it's also Wes's. But sometimes I just have to put in Wes's expressions sometimes because they're just so.
Yeah, we noticed you did that in the what's it called?
The scene preview, the preview that.
Yes, the scene preview.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that was really funny when that came up. So.
Oh, great! Yeah. That's all Wes.
Yeah, it's all Wes.
That's all Wes. But
that'll probably be the Patreon sneak peek next month, since.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
That would actually be cool.
Yeah. If you're not signed up to the Patreon.
I'm trying to do it every month, guys. I promise. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of getting Patreon stuff to you guys every month. Please keep donating to Patreon if you can. Please keep donating to what was the other thing? Ko-fi? Coffee?
Yeah.
Yes, coffee. Yeah. So I have a couple things in chat here. Sorry, I've been kind of not paying attention. Apologies. So Bumbly says, "Oh, the voices with the head are good. I woke up late, but love this." Riku YT says, "Have you guys seen Waxhead? That game looks really nice." I have not seen Waxhead. Have you, Jack?
What's a wax head?
It's called Waxhead. Oh, I've seen this. This looks really cool. This is about working in a record shop.
Oh, sick.
This looks cool. Jack, you would really appreciate this style, I think.
I'm trying to find a screenshot of it
in chat. I'm gonna post it in our chat.
Okay.
Here you go. This is just a glimpse of the title screen. But yeah, you sell people records. That's the whole point of the game.
I mean, is it based upon like you just sell?
They give you what they're looking for, and then you kind of have to match it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea I got. Riku, is that what you do in the game? Correct? I don't know. Somebody asked if we talked about AI. Yeah, we just had a whole spiel about AI and how we hate it. So definitely not going to talk about AI anymore because it kind of just makes me sick. But yes. So they said, "Oh, I'm glad." Not gonna lie, first thought of JC when I saw the game. That's cool. That's awesome. What we could actually talk about that. I've never brought this up in chat, Jack, but
Okay.
what would a failing upward game be like?
Hmm.
And I feel like I'm trying to think of how to say this. I wouldn't want to do a beat 'em up. I feel like that would be kind of boring. I would probably want to do like an RPG or a point and click, like one of those two. Maybe even mix those two. But to me, they would just be like going through their kind of like fantasies and kind of like messing around with that basically, and having those be the villains, like the monster under the bed be the villain or something like that.
Sure.
And you have to go through like a world kind of based on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say I started playing Perfect Tide Station to Station. And oh my god, I had to take a break because it was so, in a good way, I say this as a compliment, it was so emotionally exhausting.
Oh, is it? Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a stressor. There is a point, there's a boss battle in the game that is just so anxiety inducing, and so I think we talked about this. Did we talk about this last time?
We have mentioned their game. We have mentioned Perfect Tides a couple of times and how you were excited about that.
Yeah, we wanted to play it, I think, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll play it at some point. But yeah, there are choices you make in that game that really affect other things that happen, and there is a specific moment, I think at the end of like the first act of the game. I think I'm at the end of the first act of the game. I could be wrong. It could just be, I could only be like, I think I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours in at this point.
Okay.
And there's just something that happened, and I was just like, after it, I was like, I need to put this down for a couple days.
Wow.
And I say that as like, it did its job. It made you feel just anxious and on edge and just like really good. It's really good game design.
I mean, I wonder if that's going to translate, because I mean, I guess it's, especially based upon what I did in my undergrad or my university days, or when I'm just about like a young adult around that age, I wonder if that will hit the same way in terms of like. Then again,
yeah,
I guess
I think it will. I think it will.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, I think Meredith is just really good at, obviously, like, you're making all the choices for the main character, right? So anything she does is reflected on you pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to choose carefully, but it also tells you a lot about yourself, I think.
Okay.
And how you might have thought back then, and how you might have felt back then, how you had made decisions. So that was it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, but it was emotionally exhausting. But yeah, I think like a point and click game mixed with RPG elements could be really fun for failing upward.
I mean, I was thinking of like obviously a point and click but adventure vibe, but then again, I feel like also you could probably incorporate some really fun like mixed mini games of like having like an RPG.
Oh, like puzzles and stuff like that.
Puzzles and stuff like that. Like I feel like the first level would be like it's Cody, starting the day and he has to sign this job application, but then he has to go and find the job application. He doesn't know where to find it, so he's going through his room and being like trying to access things. I mean, like, and then maybe like he sees the comic books being like, I can't access those yet, or something like that. Yeah.
You know what we could do?
Well, it's like really
we
game
could totally
over.
flip it on its head, and instead of doing animated cutscenes, we just do those really funny live action like FMV cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I'd have to play Cody, but most likely.
Most likely,
even
dude.
though I look way too old to be. Well, no, I still look like I'm in my late 20s. I could probably pull it off. But yeah, something like that where just like it's really bit crushed.
Yeah.
It's to fit it on the disc.
Yeah. Oh, that's so, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Can't be lossless. It has to be like, it has to be Sega CD quality.
Definitely. Yeah. It's I mean, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It would have to be some sort of like mix between the point and click and some kind of like RPG elements in it, definitely. especially I guess in the cutaway guy. I think about. I mean, I don't know. It depends upon like if you want to do it in a very like. And this is a weird comparison. But the Family Guy video game. When it's
where like the cutaways are mini games.
Yeah, they're very WarioWare kind of esque. So I don't know if it's just like
Interesting idea, but that game is
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's such a bizarro game, Then again, any
every time you pass Peter, I just wanted Brian to go like you can make him loop the sound. Go whoa, ass ahoy, whoa, ass ahoy, whoa, ass ahoy. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And the game just breaks, like Brian starts floating through the wall or something. That's how you speed run it. Have you seen? I mean, one of my favorite subgenres of like shitpost videos are the American Dad speed runs. Where it's like somebody just like plays the intro and then they're at the flag like in like a second. It's like, okay, we did it. We got the record. We're good.
What's my favorite one? It was the one that was I think I watched like Team 4-Star play it. It was like in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse game where what's his name? What's the character's name? What's Vegeta's son is called? Trunks, yeah. So Trunks is like saying the spiel, and then it just cuts to...
Give me back your nerd card. Sorry, Jack. You're not a nerd. Come on.
Man, I did this
your
like
nerd card.
I did this earlier in the week, and like, because my friend told me that that she's playing like Tamagotchi Life, and like she's like, oh Jack, you're kind of like making moves on Robin, and I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, I think she's cool, it's like tracks, because I recently liked a shot that she was in, and I shared the shot. It's like, no Jack, that's Nami, not Robin. I was just like, oh, the other one. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, fake fan right here.
Yeah, I'm that whole subgenre of like fake fan stuff. Man, what a mistake that was to just be like gatekeep stuff. Awful, terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. You were saying about Trunks.
Anyway, yeah. So he's doing this like book dialogue, and then at the end, it's just like it's like we gotta help this, and this. Nice. Like just like the off clip of like the guy like cutting off, like it's almost like he's like at the end of his recording being like after he does his voice he's just like guys, and then it just cuts off like just normal voice. It's just they just forgot to take that bit out. Like it's so funny. It's so funny when you get mistakes like that.
Those guys are funny. Team 4-Star in general is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would love, I think that would be really fun, like a point-and-click adventure and then RPG elements.
Yeah.
I would love to do like sprite work. Like, I'd love to get sprite work done for it. Would be really cool. I feel like there was somebody who made like Failing Upward sprite work like early on for us, for like a fan art. I'd have to find it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's cool. If you were a sprite work artist and you would like to make fan art, we would always use Cody and JC sprites. That would be really cool.
I mean, just fan art in general, by the way. Please, feel free to.
Yes, fan art. Yeah, I feel like Where's our fan art guy? No, make what you guys want to make. But yeah, I would love to see more fan interaction. It'd be really cool. Starstruck, I think we're gonna get a lot of fan art for that. I mean, listen, we've seen Failing Upward fan art. We had the whole Halloween contest. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't. What do you, Jack? What do you think? What do you think for fandoms? Like, what do fans like drawing most? Like in terms of fan art, like what do you think draws people to draw fan art? Like, what are qualities of a show that get fan art?
I think if it's something just like really, I mean, I think when it comes down to it, it's more like their interest in it. So I think if there's something that's within their zeitgeist, within their interest. I mean, there is interest, and I guess that's the biggest thing anyway. Because obviously, the fans of our show, the people who obviously watched our show, they're like it because it's easygoing. It's the vibes of it. The vibes of it feeling like a late Adult Swim, MTV generation kind of show. I think it's also good character design as well that people can play off from. You know, I think what I really love about Ahmed's designs of these characters, Failing Upper characters, is that they're very like striking in terms of like expression. You know, I think Cody's hair, how sharp, JC's expression, you know, the kind of like design of those characters really worked in itself. I think it's a lot of things. It's like good designs and you know, striking, you know, whatever's in their interest and stuff like that. But then again, I think, you know, if it's based upon what I see usually on Twitter, it's usually you know, it's something that they can like play around with design wise with it, that they can interpret with their own style. So
yes, absolutely.
You know, it's I think what's the advantage with our characters is that they're very much they are. I mean, and like most characters are anyway, that you just break them down by their shapes. And I think with our characters, the principles of our characters, their shapes are very much like, you know, Cody's made out of like a cylinder and with like a triangle sticking out for his hair, and you know, with a sharp like curve to his face, and then JC is like almost like an oval with another oval and like just 4 spikes coming out the back of her hair and stuff like that. You know, it's you know, there's the fun aspect of, you know, not only the design of the characters, but then you can then take that as your own with your own, you know, style, and then, you know, put it towards it, stuff like that. You know.
Sure.
I mean, that's so I guess that my somewhat a philosophy anyway. It's not the philosophy of it, but you know, it's sometimes when I see obviously fan art of other things, it's like it's obviously the style that it is of the show, but it's also like, you know, it's their style, it's their signature style that's on top of it that makes it distinct and stuff like that, which in turn makes it fun for us to see as fan art, because it's your interpretation of those characters, you know, while still, you know, identifying it as our characters from the show and then your style. So
I think just think things that are basically flexible, right? That people can take and have fun with is kind of what you're getting at.
Pretty much, I agree.
You know. It's interesting because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of anime fan art, but so much of it sticks to the original designs because like you can't see those characters in other design and like other like. Not true. I feel like I've seen Dragon Ball Z fan art that kind of goes crazy and like completely changes. I mean, I wouldn't want to mess with Toriyama's stuff. Toriyama's stuff is so good as is. I'm just like, why would I ever change this? No, I feel like, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, exactly. I think having a flexible style is always good for fan art.
I mean, I always like try and like, it's why like I used to like just experiment with so many different kind of pens and pencils and stuff in Photoshop, just because I just wanted to like try and see like, oh, this is making me draw this way. Oh, this is making me feel like, you know, it's drawing like this. You know, it's handy to learn, and it's also, it improves, you know, it helps, I think.
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jack. I'm seeing what you're drawing. Failing Upward Babies, the spin-off.
Yeah. I was just wondering like why, like what could make JC have such a reaction, and I feel like this might be like
Cody signed a really bad contract.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I mean,
that's the what's the there's a Simpsons thing where like I think it's one of the, not the prime seasons, but there's an episode where Bart and Milhouse take over the comic book shop. Yeah. And Milhouse ends up buying a bunch of really crappy comics because the character looks like him. It's like Biclops or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the character just wears glasses. That's the exact. No, not Coco Melon.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's from the same team
behind Coco Melon.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes.
That's exactly. This is why. This is why. This is the deal that Cody. Yeah. I was just trying to think of like what was something that could gauge such a reaction.
They just sing like royalty-free nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
JC is like, we should have gone with the Bluey team. They would have kept us dignified.
I just thought the budget was easy with Coco Melon, you know. I mean, they're apparently using new techniques like, you know, it mentions AI, and it's like, what?
God, no. See, that's the one thing. I feel like Cody has seen enough sci-fi to know that AI is the no-go. Yeah, I think he would have been like, oh, they gave us the most money or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even want my characters to be into AI. Oh my god.
Well, they're technically not, because I don't think it would exist in the
it
time
does not
frame.
exist yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. God, Cocomelon. Yikes. That is something I'm trying to keep my nieces away from.
Oh man. I mean, you know what's crazy though?
Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, you know what's crazy though? It kind of looks like the Cocomelon movie has more effort into it than like anything.
I have heard this. I have heard about the Cocomelon movie apparently kind of trying to step things up, but I feel like the damage is kind of done.
Really,
with the initial thing.
We're gonna. I mean, I feel when you say step things up, I just feel like there's like a director that's just like, a very much.
He's like, listen, I have a vision.
Yeah.
For Cocomelon. You guys are not achieving my vision.
Yeah. It's the kind of director from Bolt. It's the kind of like, it's like.
Yeah, I heard about this. It was supposed to be Chris Sanders, wasn't it? Like.
Oh, is that what it was based on? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, no. So, the whole I had heard. So this is a MomoCon story.
Oh wow.
Somebody
okay.
came up to me. He was wearing a Treasure Planet shirt, and I was like, hell yeah, Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, Treasure Planet, and like high five. It was awesome. And we started talking about like Disney stuff, and we kind of came to like the. He was like, did you know what the original plot for Bolt was? And I was like, I do not. And he's like, well, it's supposed to be done by Chris Sanders, the guy who did Lilo and Stitch, the original.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be about alien animals escaping Area 51.
Whoa. I did not know this.
Is really cool, a really cool idea. But they could not, something or other happened and Chris Sanders came off of it, and then they just made it kind of like a generic, I guess, meta story about a dog realizing he's not a superhero. Which, I think Bolt is fine. It's not my favorite Disney movie, but there's nothing wrong with it.
I think I'm trying to remember if I saw it in the cinemas. I don't know how, but like I went to see it.
I think the last Disney movie I saw of that era, and no, hang on. What came out first? Chicken Little or Meet the Robinsons? Let me see.
Ooh, a good question.
Did they come out the same year? 2007, Meet the Robinsons. Chicken Little. 2005. Okay. So Meet the Robinsons was like the last of that era I saw in theaters, I think.
Okay.
And then Bolt came out 2008, right?
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So I love Meet the Robinsons. Meet the Robinsons is
I love that film.
one of their most underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a big. I've said this before, but I don't think anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. But that movie has such a big one Saturday morning ABC vibe. Like, it feels like it could have been a show like that played next to Recess or Pepper Ann or something.
Yeah.
Just the main kid's character design in general feels very like late 90s to me. I love that movie, and it makes you feel good at the end. Man,
so many good jokes.
I hate Rob Thomas. He makes me cry every time. These small hours. Like, I can't listen to that song and not like cry. It's like, damn you, Matchbox 20. But yeah, it's a good movie, and I feel like people don't really talk about it. And it makes me very sad. It's a very weird movie, so I kind of understand that there is probably like a weird barrier of entry of just like, what the heck is this? Great character design, great twist. Great twist.
Yeah.
It's one of the best twists in Disney history.
Yeah.
Goob. God bless Goob.
Yeah.
Everybody hated me. Hey, Goob, what's up?
Hey, you want to play later? Yeah.
They all hated me.
Man,
it's so funny because it's so avoidable. He just didn't have the self-esteem he needed.
Yeah. It's I think of the scene. I think of the scene where I think of that great scene though, where he's explaining to about the family tree, giving them the test upon like, okay, tell me what you know, and then it's just like going through the the characters and stuff like that, and and I think it's like, because who he mentioned his dad. What does your dad look like?
Tom Selleck.
Something. Okay, yeah, and then later on it pays off.
And it is Tom Selleck.
It's Tom Selleck as the voice.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So
No, I
good.
agree. It's such a very underrated Disney film.
Yeah, it's kind of lost to the annals of history. Sadly, I feel like I would love to see it make a comeback. Like I feel like Treasure Planet has gotten its flowers.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of what was I gonna say? It's kind of made its reemergence, and then Chicken Little kind of became a meme, right? Like it became like. Yeah, it became like a meme.
It was just to keep it realizing.
I love that. Is it Mark Dindal who directed it, right?
Oh, I don't.
Dindal, who did Cats Don't Dance.
Oh, really?
He did the Emperor's New Groove.
Oh man.
I see the vision. I see the vision in Chicken Little. I just think that guy got on a lot of, not in a social way, but I think just in a production way, like problematic movies.
I mean, he also did. I'm looking up his. He did animation.
He did a Garfield
work.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he did animation work for Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and then Tom and Jerry the movie.
I think he's got a really funny sense of humor. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he directed the recent Garfield film.
Yeah, I just said yeah.
Oh, did he just say that? Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. No, you're good. You're good. I love Cats Don't Dance. I just want to say that right now. I think Cats Don't Dance is a fantastic film.
I agree.
It's very enjoyable, very entertaining. The only thing I wish we got to know a little bit more about Sawyer. But I mean, listen, beautiful performances by Natalie Cole, as a singer.
Yeah.
And then I did not realize it was Scott Bakula actually singing for Danny, and I'm like, this dude's got a great voice. He's got a great voice.
Yeah.
The Quantum Leap guy, who knew? No, Scott Bakula is more than the Quantum Leap guy. Come on.
No, sure.
But no, I love his performance as Danny. It's so earnest, and then, I mean, just that cast is pretty stacked. Like if you look at it for a cartoon movie, it's Scott Bakula, Jasmine Guy as Sawyer, and then Natalie Cole did the singing. Who else? Kathy Najimy, Peggy Hill as Tilly Hippo.
Yeah.
John Rhys Davies as Woolly Mammoth.
Yes.
It's Don Knotts is in there. This is great stuff. Great cast.
Well, what was and Gene Kelly got involved with it as well.
Gene Kelly in it?
No, he was he did the choreography he was a consultant for the choreography, the dances themselves in the film.
He is uncredited, but there he is.
Was he uncredited? I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure they made that a big deal.
No, it says uncredited on IMDb.
Wow. Okay, weird.
But he died the year it came out, or the year before it came out. So sad.
Oh right. Oh, is that why?
But no, you can tell. Okay. You can tell he worked on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that film is really special. I think it does. I mean, that film deserves way more flowers than what it should have, gotten. But I don't know if it was just because of the climate where it came out. It just wasn't.
I mean, what is it? 97?
Yes.
Okay.
97.
So Disney Renaissance is kind of starting to, not die down, but it's kind of starting to plateau a little bit, I would say. I love Hercules, by the way. Hercules that's the year of Hercules.
Oh.
Fun movie, really fun movie.
Of course,
but Warner Brothers, I feel like they didn't. It's weird. Watching Cats Don't Dance now is like watching what an indie pilot today would be. I feel like it's so.
Oh, interesting.
It's so niche, right? It's cats in the 1950s Hollywood, and it's a big. Zootopia did it later, but it's like a big, race allegory, and it's very much that. I think maybe a little ahead of its time, and maybe marketing saw it and we're like, we don't know what to do with this.
I think Is it the name? I think the name is part of the problem, like part of the big problem with it, you know, because I feel like if it just,
It's gonna be like Danny Goes Big or something. I don't know.
I don't know what to call it. I mean, I get the joke. Cats Don't Dance
is a very 1940s, 1950s type title.
Yes.
It sounds like a musical. It sounds like Damn Yankees or something. You know what I mean?
Which I guess is,
like...
it's true to what the film is at its core. So I don't, you know, but at the same time, I guess, I don't know. I just, you know, I think. I guess it's the connotation of don't. Like, I feel like that really affects, like, the film in itself. And I don't know. Actually,
Are you talking about the Edgar Wright trailer? Don't? Or...
Oh, no,
or,
no.
wait.
No, in the context of the name, Cats Don't Dance, you know, it was called, like, just something that was, like, you have, like, a... Because don't is, like, a very... like, you know what I mean, though? Don't is, like, a very... Not negative, but it's a very, like... You know...
Oh,
it's like,
you're saying they put kind of, like... Not a negative word, but kind of like, not repellent. I wouldn't say repellent, but
no,
there is kind of a weird connotation when you see the word don't.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's like, and while it makes sense for the film itself, I don't know if it's just like, if it was
could be
named...
like Cats Can Dance or something. You know, like...
Yeah, yeah, that's my
the
theory.
The cat who danced.
yeah. Cats do dance, you know, and then it was like, oh, we got to see this film. It would have been a block office. It was a block office hit. It would have, you know, that's, you know, I just. Yeah.
I think it's something very uniquely 1997 about that movie. I don't know what it is, but it's a Turner feature animation. So these were people who. It's WB.
Yeah.
I just don't think they were doing too hot animation-wise at the time.
No.
What's the one before this? Troll in Central Park, probably.
Woof. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like.
Poor Don Bluth.
Yeah. Or the Page Master, was the Page Master around that time as well?
No, that's not WB. That's 20th Century Fox.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes. The Troll in Central Park would have been the last one they made. I think. Hang on.
Okay.
4. Wait.
Oh.
I'm wrong. Pebble and the Penguin.
Oh, okay. Which that's not the worst.
You got all tripped up on that one. Wait, am I wrong? Is this not Warner Brothers? This is not Warner Brothers? This is not Warner... Wait, no. Is it? Hang on.
Okay, all right.
Hang on. It is Turner. It's Turner, so it's Warner Brothers.
Okay.
It is Warner Brothers. So it looks like MGM got the United States and Canada distribution. Oh, it is MGM, huh? My bad.
Okay.
This is MGM. I just thought it was Warner Brothers because it was on the VHS of Richie Rich, and I would see that preview all the time.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
That is definitely Warner Brothers.
Right, gotcha.
But it looks like Warner Brothers had the international distribution rights. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Got it.
Okay.
That's why I'm... So let me see. What did this follow Troll in Central Park, which is... Yeah.
No.
It is the definition of what you would call a baby movie.
Yeah.
It is very much that. Although I know some people have like a soft spot for this one.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me see. Warner Brothers Animation. Theatrical animated features. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. Troll and Central... Jack?
Yes?
This is coming hot off the heels of the box office sensation that was Space Jam.
Oh my god.
So, you know,
whoa.
How do you follow 250 million at the box office? How do you follow that?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you follow that.
No, you're right. It's...
But like, yeah, Warner Brothers and then Turner Feature Animation. That was the other thing. It was Turner Feature Animation, so it was the Ted Turner's company.
Yeah.
Which has one of my favorite studio logos of all time, where it's like the house and then the shadow kind of like comes in. It's like, ding.
Are you sure that wasn't the Page Master? I swear the Page Master had was under the same studio. Maybe
it's. Hang on. It is not paid. No, they're not.
They're not? You sure?
Page Master. I'm gonna check right now for you, Jack.
Okay. I swear I remember seeing the banner.
Page Master is 20th Century. Wait, Turner Pictures is on there. What the heck?
Oh, okay. So
it's 20th Century Fox and Turner Pictures.
Okay, so they double dips in any studio then.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Fun stuff. Yeah. So this is around the time. Oh, Hanna-Barbera also worked on Pagemaster too. Huh. That makes sense because Turner had just bought Hanna-Barbera.
Yes.
Yes.
And then later on,
did
it
you
would
like
be.
Pagemaster as a kid, Jack? Was that a favorite?
I kind of, you know what? I kind of did. I think there was just something about that kind of film that had like a very, I mean, there was just something about. I mean, as an adventure, like I think for like a, it has like all the elements of like a grand adventure for a kid, and it's, it goes into that live action to animation kind of thing. And it has the pop music sequence as well. There is something I want to say. I mean, I think about what there's something very like childish to the like you like as a child you don't understand the like what's going on, but you understand the feelings of the music through the animation.
Sure.
How
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is a bizarrely complicated movie for kids, I think.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I remember watching it like once. I remember I rented that and Ghostbusters in the same night, and I think I turned Pagemaster off to watch Ghostbusters.
It's fair.
No, I had to have gotten through it. Because I was one of those kids who would get through things before I turned them off.
Okay.
But I don't remember a lot about Pagemaster because Ghostbusters ruled that night for sure.
No, sure. It's just yeah, there is something. I mean, I think about there's a wonderful. I don't know if it's along these lines, but there's someone called B Mask, and he has something called The Purple Feeling. A video essay about something called The Purple Feeling, where it's about the films back during that time where like there was something grandiose about them where as a child you don't understand maybe what's going on and what the characters are saying, but you understand the feeling through the music, the imagery, and the characters themselves of how they emote.
Yeah,
and react.
I can think of a couple like that. From when
I think of like Land Before Time and stuff that's
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All Dogs Go to Heaven. Like a lot of Don Bluth
All
stuff.
Dogs Go to Heaven is bizarrely complicated as well, and you're like, what is happening in this movie?
Yeah, it's almost quite that opening sequence.
It's a Don Bluth subgenre.
Yeah. It's that opening sequence is very like it's you kind of almost don't realize that this is actually how it starts. It's like
with the live action stuff or
what? No, well, no, it's just like because obviously they're escaping. The Old Dogs Go to Heaven, like they start their stars.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So it's quite.
But I would even say in Pagemaster, you're like, wait, I thought this was animated, and then it kind of it starts off live action. Macaulay Culkin's a massive nerd.
Yeah. He's a safety nerd. Like even the parents are like,
I'm afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even his dad is like, oh, dork,
No, yeah, he was a massive safety nerd. I remember this.
Yeah.
I think that movie for me specifically was like that Purple Feeling movie is probably like Hook.
Yes.
And we've talked about Hook before, but like it is very much like you understand the visual language, you understand the music, you understand that like you don't understand the nuances of the Peter Pan character, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So like you don't understand like his whole plight basically.
Yeah.
But then when you get older, you're like, oh, this resonates a little harder now. It's those are the best kinds of movies in my opinion.
They really are. They're kind of just timeless about it, because it's all through. And it's a shame that kind of like I think Spielberg kind of neglects that film. It almost feels like, where it really shouldn't.
He kind of let that whole vibe go. Sadly, I think post that movie. His whole like Amblin family adventure thing. I feel like kind of fell through after Hook.
Yeah.
I mean, he's made great. Listen, the next year he did freaking Schindler's List and Jurassic Park in the same year. So like, come on. No. So I guess Jurassic Park has that vibe too. It's a little grittier.
Yeah.
But it still has that vibe. But like, I've not seen him get back to that like. And I say this lovingly.
Yeah, of course.
Man-child vibe of just like, this is everything I wanted as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, this is this was my life, like this is my fantasy on screen. You get that with E.T. and stuff like that. Like and stuff he's produced as well. I mean, the stuff he did with Joe Dante in particular, Gremlins, and then stuff like that. But I feel like he kind of let that vibe go in favor of kind of and you have to at a certain point, but like progressing as a filmmaker, I think he kind of had to let that go a bit. I mean, he kept it alive in so much that he's like, hey, I'm producing Animaniacs and Tiny Toons and Freakazoid and doing all that, and we're having fun with that. But it's kind of what I wanted out of Ready Player One, and that was kind of like a mess. Like, so
that book is a mess.
Oh man, Ready Player One it's a rough one. Not his fault. Not his fault. I think the text unfortunately doesn't really lend itself well to kind of, anything. Which is so weird because like, who's the guy who wrote Ready Player One? What's his name? I got him. Hang on.
Okay.
Ernest Cline.
Right. Yes.
Ernest Cline. And this is also a flawed movie. Don't get me wrong. There's things in it that that were pushed by the producers that I don't like. But The Fanboys is a movie where I feel like that's a movie that kind of understands fans in an interesting way. It's very much marred by 2000s humor, unfortunately, and I would argue like just that kind of fandom culture of like, yeah, Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Like, it's kind of marred by that.
I mean,
the ending of Fanboys like always hits me really hard. Have you ever heard of this movie, by the way?
No, I have heard about Fanboys. It's been described to me as like basically the Reddit movie.
Sure, and absolutely. I would actually, that is the one thing I would agree with, where it's like it has that kind of humor of just like, Han Solo would never do. I'm doing my Jay Baruchel. Like he's like, Han Solo would never do that. He would and then Dan Folger's, yes, he would. He would totally do that. And it's just like it's like it is a lot of that. But at the end, there's just like this moment of solace. Because the whole movie is, they have a friend who's dying of cancer.
Yes.
And they want to break in and see episode 1 before he passes away. Because the Star Wars was so important to them, and that's kind of what drives the movie. It's not, like I said, it's got a lot of issues, that movie, but I think the heart of it's really interesting, and the cameos kind of work in a really cute way. Like, they get kind of pretty much everyone from the main trilogy. I think Mark Hamill's the only one who doesn't technically cameo. There's a big billboard of Harrison Ford at one point.
Oh, okay.
Like, Carrie Fisher plays like a nurse. That's a really sweet part. I actually thought that was very, very endearing and cute. But like, the ending of the movie, without spoiling what happens, like, in the guy who's dying and, the main guy, and they're kind of having a talk about what Star Wars means to them. And they kind of like, it's all, it's like everything is kind of about the flaws. And like, it's all about the smaller moments that you take for granted.
Sure,
and I'm just like, oh, that's like a good kind of like message. And I feel like a guy who understands that writing Ready Player One is just so bizarre to me, because it's just like, you had it, man. Like, you understand why people like these things. It's not about the call-outs. It's not about the references. It's about the small moments that mean the most. And, Ready Player One is very much like, did you know the Iron Giant existed? Like, so I don't know. I don't want to. Well, I don't know.
I mean, I know if you read the book or like had like a look inside the book, that is in itself is quite a lot, and I don't blame. I don't know, the dialogue.
Spielberg for not being able to translate everything specifically.
But it gives me a headache every time I try and think about that dialogue, because I remember reading it. I was just stuck.
There's a better version of Ready Player One that was made 20 years before that, and that was The Last Starfighter. And everybody should go watch that movie. Now that's like that is like a classic 80s Spielbergian type movie. It's a kid from a trailer park gets a high score on a video game, and then he gets recruited to be an actual starfighter in an alien battle. And special effects, they haven't held up. It's early CG. But for the time, it's kind of mind-blowing. But it once again makes you kind of feel good at the end. There's a whole great subplot where they put to distract everyone on Earth that he had left, they put a robot duplicate on Earth, and kind of learning how to be like him as the days go on.
Oh, that's
really
funny.
fun subplot. But yeah, I don't know. Making things simple and focusing on the little things is how you kind of make these movies. And I guess when it comes to Spielberg, I wish he would make kind of like, it's like a handcrafted movie again, like that. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't. Disclosure Day. Did you see the trailer for that?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in that, but
which is
that CG is pretty funky.
Oh, it's funny because I don't. I think for me, I'm like it's more like I'm trying to figure out exactly what the tone of the film is, rather than like, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, is this like a grand adventure? Is it a horror movie? Is it you know, like, is it a drama? It could be all of those things. But you know, like, it's Spielberg, so we'll see how he's able to combine all of them. But the deer looked so funky to me.
Oh, you wouldn't have found the deer.
Yeah, I thought they kind of. I was getting a little worried. I was like, those AI. They looked a little AI-ish.
Oh no!
I was like, I hope not. But
no,
we'll see,
I hope not. Considering what Spielberg said about AI and stuff like that, because
he says he doesn't want to use it in the film process.
Yeah. You know,
he said like like, hey, if you want to organize my day or something, that's fine, or something like that. Like, or you know, like I don't know. It's we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think we're kind of getting towards the end here. I think we can start wrapping up, right?
I think, I think I've pretty much really pushed for this.
You had to take your shot at Coco Melon. I understand.
I know. Well, we've got dialogue for JC now. Just you know, expressing that. You know, I really I should make sure to share this in the general chat, because you obviously you see it delayed on the stream itself, so I feel like I forgot to like share it in the chat anyway. But yeah, Jason's just like, you know, you wasted our spin-off budget on this, you know. So
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. I mean,
anyway.
Yeah, Mark's looking very professional, and then like Piper's just like answering a fan question about any, like, you know,
any given topic.
Topic. Yeah. So this is funny to draw.
Jack,
yeah.
This is it looks great. It looks fantastic. Did you ever watch Baby Looney Tunes as a kid?
I mean, I knew of it. I skipped it because I was just like, what?
Yeah, I know. It's been a joke between Ahmad and I, where like there's that shot in the intro where everyone's getting set up for a picture, and then Bugs just turns and takes a picture of you, and you're like, why did he do that? He's gathered everybody, wasted their time. No, what a weird show that is, and definitely kind of like repellent when it comes on. Yeah. Conversely to Muppet Babies, which Muppet Babies is actually a good show. Like, well, it's
yeah. It didn't dumb down like the Muppets to like. I mean, there were babies, but they didn't dumb down.
There was still Muppet humor in it.
Yeah, no.
There was still like all the characters acted like themselves. I feel like.
Yeah, it was like how they spin off to like, well, as in like, you know, they did the films and like they go into like different films.
Oh yeah, that was the coolest part, where they'd open the closet and like suddenly it would be like, you know, Star Wars or like, you know, Indiana Jones or the Wizard of Oz or something, and like, let's use our imagination to pretend we're in the movie, and then they would actually you know, represent that by like showing them on the live action background, and like that's what your imagination could be, and that's a wonderful representation of imagination. Also, probably didn't hurt that they were close friends with George Lucas.
So, yeah. And there's like all this like Indiana Jones.
Jim, you want something for Muppet Babies? I mean, I suppose I do own Star Wars.
Well, you know, Jim, you know, we you know, George, we think you know, that you know, I think with the Kermit and the, you know, it would appeal to not only a young generation, as to, you know, experiencing your films and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I agree. You know, I know the kids love you know, the Ewoks, and yeah, I would love to have the Ewoks guest star on an episode.
No, you know,
I'm surprised they did. I'm surprised they never did that crossover. I feel like that would be like in the contract. George is like, listen, it's Ewoks merch is selling like crazy. You can use anything you want as long as you have Wicket show up for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I just think like Jim, just like, look, we gave you Yoda, so we can, you borrow Frank.
Yoda is nothing compared to Wicket. Okay. That's why we killed him off, and then why Wicket lived. Okay.
They do have the same kind of cadence when they talk, actually, as well. So it's quite, it's like
they do have very similar. They're just nerds. Like that's just what nerds talk like. George is like the very focused nerd, and then Jim's the lackadaisical one. Like it's. Yeah. But they have that same kind of like, maybe not Midwestern, but kind of just like veering close to Midwestern vibe to both of them. Although I think George Lucas is from California, so I'm okay on that. But yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of George. First of all, also just to maybe to close things out, R.I.P. Marshall Lucas.
Yes.
The reason Star Wars is probably as good as it is, the editing. I'm sure you know the story already. Just that Star Wars was kind of like a bit of. I mean, it had a great movie in it clearly, but it was marred by just the pacing and everything. And then Marshall Lucas was like, fuck it, I'm editing this. And then she came in and just like chopped up everything. She's like, here's a great movie. And then that's how Star Wars came about. But yeah, she passed away a day or two ago. Definitely big RIP to Marshall Lucas. Let's close it out on just remembering a great editor and just there's a bunch of great minds making great things in the 80s. I hate to sound so millennial, but like, there was just I feel like there was like a higher mark of quality to just the kids' entertainment back then. Not to say that everything was great. That's stupid and that's a lie. There's a lot of bad stuff too. There's a lot of bad stuff, but I feel like there was also a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, let's close out the stream. Jack, it's been wonderful talking to you
absolutely.
Again. We'll stream again next week. What are we gonna do next week? What are you feeling? We're gonna go back to Tomodachi Life maybe?
We have been meaning to get back to Tomodachi Live because there's been a while since
we gotta see how things play out. We've got our entire cast on there now.
Yeah. We gotta make sure that Sabrina doesn't. We gotta get him to Mark to move in on Sabrina because it looks like Sabrina is obviously moving in on Cody, which is wild canon.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll work on it on my end, but I also think about because you showed me how your advertisements, and adverts from your age, and stuff like that. We had a nice little stream about that.
Yeah, we definitely got to get the UK ads in there at some point.
So I'll do.
Maybe that'll be the stream after next.
Maybe yes. So I'll do my research and we'll let you guys know anyway. Definitely let you know anyway. But in any case, it's been great to obviously be back. Wonderful to hear about what went down in MomoCon. Thank you to everyone who was able to attend there and got some of the merch and meet Gary and check out all the previews and whatnot. It's fun. It's cool drawing again. I haven't done a drawing stream in a while, so it's great to draw.
Yeah, just to revisit the characters is really fun.
Yeah.
So let's close out. Patreon.com/Wayback Studios. You can get your name in the credits and get sneak peeks and stuff. Definitely help us out. It'd be really cool if you did that. On top of that, keep an eye out for Starstruck, and definitely don't look at that thing that got put. I don't know. I gotta find out how to delete that thing that got posted. Twin Foo or something like. I have no idea what that is. It's I don't
even know what you're talking about, man. It's I think it's fake news. But anyway, if any case, anyone don't check out the channel. Don't look up. Or if you see anything suspicious, don't try and look it up. I don't know.
It's very weird. I have no idea. It's very ominous looking. It looks like something that was chopped up from the 90s. I have no idea what's going on there. All those static interludes, I have no clue. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. I will. Yeah, on that note, let's wrap it up. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, and yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
I think very rational, and we